feel like this is the end of a Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
78 payments isn't right. I think it was 74 that I signed up for.
Oh,
Artistic license.
that's one of my top 20 favorite songs ever.
Yeah.
by someone
great.
I was wondering
catchy.
to myself, what if
other than
Papa someday was like, "Oh, I'm going to listen to this podcast that I've never heard of," and then he just thinks that one of these random songs is our theme song, and then he cancels us.
Well, it's not going to be for that one, guarantee you. Welcome to the Smodco Internet Radio Network.
That one's too good.
Oh wait,
yeah.
are we live?
Yeah,
Have we
doing a
started?
podcast.
I'm sorry. Who are you? What happened?
I'm a host. My
That's
name is
Marty, you.
I'm here
Oh,
with
Marty, you. Oh my God, Marty's in a good mood.
John,
What happened?
Cassandra, and Kruger. It feels like literally like a year since our last podcast, which was only 7 days ago.
Is that why you're in a good mood?
Well, I don't know. I mean, let's just do a brief overview, and by let's I mean me. During the debate, which was Tuesday night, which we started, Trump was challenged to disavow right-wing hate groups. He told the Proud Boys, a white nationalist group that promotes violence and racism, to stand back and stand by,
No, that was last year. Marty.
which
That
they
wasn't- that didn't happen
immediately
last week.
adopted as their slogan. Melania Trump was caught on tape in 2018 complaining about having to do holiday first lady stuff and said, "Who gives a fuck about Christmas?" Eric Trump spent the past 2 days being deposed in New York on whether the Trump organization lied about the value of the company's assets when getting loans. And let's see, those are the juicy stories lighting up the DC tabloids. But and then of course there was Trump and the entire Trump posse getting COVID. And they kept it secret so he could go to a New Jersey fundraiser on Wednesday. Then he was hospitalized on Friday. His doctor lied about how serious his condition was. While still hospitalized, Trump took a brief drive around the hospital to wave at the fanatics lurking around the hospital.
Who was driving? He got out and drove himself.
Oh, no, his Secret Service
Well,
detail.
but he had COVID. He
I know.
He can't be in the car with him.
And technically,
What?
according to CDC guidelines...
John, this isn't our part. Just let him do it. I don't even know why he invites us until fucking 7:45.
I'm just setting it down, laying down the foundation. So yeah, his Secret Service technically should have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Then Trump returned to the White House. Today? Yesterday? Friday? I don't even remember when. And
Monday.
Monday.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. He returned to the White House. Was wheezing. Ripped off his mask. Tweeted about how we shouldn't be afraid of COVID and we need to dominate it, implying that the 200,000 plus Americans who died were pansy cucks.
Dominated.
And
Did he use those words?
I'm convinced that
those your
There's
words?
nothing to be afraid of.
He said pansy cucks.
No,
Did he call everybody pansy cucks?
implying. I said
Oh,
implying.
implied. I'm sorry.
And
I was hoping he used the
I'm
language.
convinced that they're trying to get herd immunity so that they're planning something horrid. I just found out that Stephen Miller, the immigration sort of mastermind and script.
Wait.
Smoking fucking hot, too.
I thought
he contracted.
reptilioids couldn't get the virus.
Well, it turns out they can. And worst of all,
Wait, who is it, Reptile?
Stephen Miller.
Vampire. He's a vampiric
It's a
reptile.
hot vampire. What are you guys talking about?
I mean,
What?
I'm just imagining
I'll
you
bet-
guys together right now.
Yeah.
he went to
power
Santa
bottom
Monica
for him.
High.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'll
So did
bet-
Jack Black.
I
What's your
know.
point?
I'm saying that John probably knows people that know him, because John was in Santa Monica for years and years and years.
Going to high school?
Yeah, and John.
I didn't.
Wait.
I just hung around.
I
John
know,
would cruise in
until-
the theater van and be like, what's his face? And Daisy
the
confused.
restraining order.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah,
Yeah. You guys want to go for a ride and talk about Brecht? Maybe suck my dick? What are you doing?
But worst of all,
You ever seen muscles like this?
Old and saggy, but big.
There's nothing saggy. Old, sure, but
You're a tight little ball of man, John.
it's unbelievable.
Hot.
You guys have forgotten what I actually look like.
a Dutch American icon passed away today.
Oh God! Don't no. There was. Oh no! I can't.
Eddie
It's
Van
too early.
Halen.
Oh
He
no!
grew up just a few miles from here as a prince of Pasadena.
The worst song they did, but
Oh, wait, he came back from the dead. He's going to come over.
the only song I know how to play.
Oh,
Wait,
come on.
what were you
That was Jump.
ranting about, Cassandra? I
Oh,
thought.
I just was singing the song.
Oh, okay. Well,
Jump. That was it.
yeah, he had been battling tongue cancer for the past 20 years, and he will be missed.
Tongue cancer?
Yeah, yeah.
Cut it off.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Where do you get tongue cancer from? Smoking?
I don't know.
Eating
Cunnilingus?
box?
Yeah.
No, that's how you get throat cancer.
Oh, that's
Well,
right.
that's
That's
right. Michael.
No,
Michael Douglas.
that's good for you. That's good for you.
So,
It is?
Yeah, oral sex is good for you.
You know, I listened to part of last
I
week's
tell my
podcast.
wife. What?
I listened to part of last week's podcast, and you said that you liked the taste of natural vagina or something like that, or natural
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah.
And I almost crashed my car. I got so grossed out.
You got grossed out?
It was like, "Ugh!" I don't know. It's just not what. It's not what.
John, what do you
said,
want? What do
the way
you
said
squirt
it.
a little lemon on it like it's fish? I mean, what do you? What does
No,
that
I don't.
mean?
We were talking about in the context of somebody's being attractive because their vagina tasted like strawberries, and I said that wasn't a selling point for me because
You like
I
the taste of natural.
like the taste of natural pussy.
I like my pussy to taste like pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
oh,
Pussy to
that's
mouth.
so
Is that
gross.
wrong? Is it wrong for me to say that? Is it wrong for me to be a sexual being at my age?
Yes, it is.
That's
it is
just
so
not-
wrong.
That's so ageist. Can we
I
just
feel
talk
like
about?
boomers, when they talk about sex, they use the word desire a lot, and it's really gross. Is it wrong for us to still desire each other? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Only in the dark.
I'm a few months away from being. I'm not a boomer. I missed it by like 6 months.
Oh boy.
Really?
Man,
You know what, John?
So
With
does
your
that-
demeanor and
Guys,
patois,
no,
I would
we gotta
say
get over
you're-
this. Okay,
you're-
everybody,
you're
close your
a boomer.
eyes. Imagine me naked. Okay, just close your eyes and we'll work through this.
Wait, so does that mean that
Wow.
you're part of the greatest generation then, John?
No, I'm actually part of the not so great generation, like the medium. Okay,
The silent
okay,
generation?
just barely. Okay,
The
I
silent
imagine you with
generation.
abs. Is that weird?
no, it's not. I have a picture with me with abs. The sun was hitting just the right way.
What was your guys' favorite iteration?
Multiple surgeries have caused your scarring to form an almost ab-like shape.
Yeah, well, that's also helps. Yes,
What was your guys' favorite iteration of Van Halen?
the first one.
This one.
Oh, definitely the third one with the guy from Extreme,
Gary
Gary Sharon.
Sharon.
David Lee Roth is a rock star.
It was kind of the perfect combination of craziness and virtuosity.
Yeah, and the thing about David Lee Roth is he acted like a fool and an idiot, but he wasn't really a fool and an idiot. And then Sammy Hagar is a fucking fool and an idiot. So it's a difference.
Marty, I think you're kind of like the
The fool or the
Eddie Van
idiot.
Halen of this podcast,
How dare you?
and Kruger's the Sammy Hagar,
For sure.
and John, you're the David Lee
Mark
Roth.
Anthony?
You're the Mark Anthony. I'm the David Lee Roth.
And Mark Anthony has
You're
a,
David
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
the
about.
guy with the
John.
hot sauce company.
Oh.
David Lee Roth was famous for saying money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a yacht big enough to pull up right alongside it. It's one of it's a great
Oh, poetry.
great- yeah, it's actually great. Yeah, love that. Because it's true.
It is about the yacht.
Like Van Halen have not been important to me since I was a teen. They like did the comeback thing a while ago, and I'm like, I don't want to see dudes missing hair trying to rock and kick, and so
Remind me not to invite you to see my rock band.
I like to see. Remind me to talk about this Canadian band that I'm so in love with the singer later. But the guy was 65.
so excited.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
65 is young.
it is young.
And like,
Did he die of COVID?
No,
he died of cancer.
Cancer.
Tongue
Oh, right,
cancer.
tongue cancer. Sorry.
Yeah,
We talked about that on another podcast. Oh wait, no, it was this podcast.
I mean it is.
I'm watching the Dodger game right now, also. So like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm gonna multitask the fuck out of the news when we start talking about other things, and I'm there.
It's
Also, by the
very
way, new
sobering.
chapter of Buzzsaw 2, This Again, Miami Nights.
All right.
Oh, later on today.
Yeah.
Later on.
It's
Oh,
very
fantastic.
sobering, just like when somebody who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars can't, like, is still, like, vulnerable to the same things that we are, despite having so many more advantages, you know, like, or like someone like Trump who got every single treatment from vitamin D to experimental treatments to plasmid, whatever, like, still, like, is all fucked up right now with COVID. Like, it's
Right, but like Eddie Van Halen was retiring. Like he was of the age when like he struggled to make it as a musician. He did. He changed music, and then music kind of moved on, and he kind of hung out and whatever. But he's 65. Like, doesn't he want to just
run
paint
for president.
or run for president? Or and that was taken from him. Like that's it's not like Prince, where I think that guy had like a couple of really great albums in him, and it's a tragedy that he died. Like, I don't think Eddie Van Halen was going to change the world, but I mean, I have like a huge list of musicians that I would trade to keep him alive. Like, starting with anyone even related to a Beatle. Like, yeah. Wouldn't you give Ringo for Eddie Van Halen?
He's not even the best
That's-
drummer in the Beatles.
That's if it's a straight across trade.
When I got the
If
text
I'm
from my friend-
now responsible for Ringo Starr not being on the earth, because I mean, did you see Caveman?
I mean, the Eagles are still alive. Most of them.
No, hardly any of them are.
No, Don Henley still roams the earth. I'll
it.
give Don Henley back. Give me Eddie Van Halen.
You know who's still alive is Don Henley, Timothy B. Schmidt, and Joe Walsh, who's a national treasure.
Are these your
Oh,
guys'
wow.
friends?
Yes.
Huh?
Joe Walsh
These are your
is my
friends?
favorite Eagle, by the way.
Yeah, he's
hate
everybody's
fucking
favorite
Eagles.
Eagle.
Sam is my
Joe-
favorite eagle.
Ah, well done. Look at the old man
I'm trying to
talking.
contribute to a conversation.
Yeah, that's good. Cassandra,
Thanks.
you were out of town this weekend, correct?
I sure was.
Where'd you
Was
go?
in, Colorado.
How'd you get there?
A plane.
What was that like?
LAX was a fucking nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, I was there. I was told by everyone, "Oh my god, it's easy. No one's there, whatever." And so we got there early in the morning, and never have I been shoved through security like this. Got that pre-check, and I was just rushed through security so fast. I was super uncomfortable. No social distancing. People wearing their masks under their. I'm serious. Masks under their noses.
I hate that.
People taking their masks off to talk. Like, I was like, oh my god, I've made a mistake. And I had 2 masks on and a face shield. I went like all out.
Nice.
And then on the plane was a little bit better, but like as soon as I flew Delta, so no middle seats. But as soon as the plane landed, like everyone got a text message on their phone saying,
You
unless you
got it.
it just said like, hey, be respectful when the plane gets to the gate. Like, you know, I got it both times that we landed. And what do people do as soon as we get to the gate? Whoosh, everyone's up. It's just like a normal flight. So that was pretty nerve-wracking. But once I was there, Colorado seems to be a little bit more like chill than LA is right now. I think they have less numbers than we do. So it's kind of refreshing to be somewhere where it wasn't like super fucking scary all the time. I mean, I had my mask on everywhere, and
Are people uptight here in LA?
I don't think that people are uptight as much as they're just like getting COVID more here.
Oh.
Like, I don't feel comfortable in an outdoor restaurant here, but I felt comfortable out there. I mean, that also could have just been like vacation brain.
Right.
But they're like taking temperatures at every single restaurant out there, and you know, just kind of going a little bit harder, I think, than we are, while simultaneously being more open. I don't know, it was weird. And then I hiked up a mountain.
What?
Yeah, threw up once on my way up.
Okay.
Turns out altitude makes me sick.
Ew. They should
Like,
call
very
that
sick?
something.
Huh?
They should call that something, like altitude sickness or something like that.
Altitude sickness, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Good
could coin
name.
that
Yeah.
term.
And how was this your sister who got married, or who got married?
Yeah, she got eloped.
Congratulations
mountain
to your
town.
sister. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a maid of honor.
Oh, and was it magical?
It was nice.
Nice. And do you like your new brother-in-law?
Who was there? Just you and the family? I mean, it was a elopement.
700
Yeah.
people, including Donald Trump.
It was parents, and it was myself and his brother and his sister, and then like 2 other friends, and so everyone was standing very far apart, and we were outside in the mountains. So it was nice. It was cool. I was really nervous about it, and it wasn't as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. So
You mean
COVID wise.
You mean the celebration or the traveling? Well, the traveling sounds terrible.
The celebration. The traveling was bad, but leaving Denver, coming back to LA, a fucking dream.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Denver airport is a wonderful place.
Except for
Which I read a bunch of conspiracy theories
there's
about.
that whole thing that is happening underneath it.
Well, so they say.
Explain the conspiracy theory for everybody who.
You know, I read it at like 6:20 a.m. I was like half awake, and I just wanted to go back to sleep. But I
Anyhow.
think there's something that like there's Illuminati under.
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
like
a lot
the
of
shape of a
really
weird
I mean,
thing.
genuinely a lot of creepy like murals and artwork around the Denver International Airport. There's a demon horse out front
Well,
that killed the artist while he was making it. That's
as
a real
good
story.
demon horse should.
So yeah, I don't know. It was nice. It was really nice to get out of town. I was ready to come home though, and now I'm on like deep, like don't fuck with me lockdown for a little while.
All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
did you get to party a little bit?
Yes and no.
All right.
I mean, again, like I don't know. I think elevation actually really does kind of just fuck with me.
Yeah.
So I kind of had a tummy ache a lot of the
Aw.
trip.
Dude,
Yeah.
got that tummy ache.
I had a tummy ache the whole trip.
Oh.
It didn't
But
feel
anyhow,
good.
that is the net. That's great news for your sister, and congratulations to your family. And
Yes.
other good news: the Seattle Storm won tonight.
Who's that?
Who?
What?
Seattle Storm. You know, Breonna Stewart scored 26 points. They beat the
Lady basketball?
Las Vegas Aces 92-59. Look, they swept them. They swept them. The Seattle Storm of the WNBA swept the Las Vegas Aces in 3. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Swept them in
Sports
three,
podcast?
three of what? They have what?
This is
3 games. 3 out of 5.
In Italian, they call it pallacanestro. It's basketball. Basketball. Come on, man.
The Lakers are playing right now.
No. This is more important.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Anyhow,
Dodgers are playing right now too.
congratulations, you stormy players.
Stormheads. Storm chasers.
You stormers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I went to, what was our team called? The LA Sparks? Mm-hmm. I went to a playoff game years and years ago at the old Forum. Somebody had free tickets, and I'm like, okay. And it wasn't a particularly great basketball game, but I will never forget the smell. Because there were children.
Sweet
Kid-
pussy.
like- No, it just smelled like ass. And it was there were so many children there running around, like they were just
weird.
It was so. I was like, "What the fuck?" Also, the Forum. I don't think the old one had like good ventilation, but it just stunk. It smelled like preschool, like a bunch of kids just sweating out paste they ate. It was
with
gross.
half full training pants.
Yeah.
Last
for
bit of good news, and then we'll just get back to the shit news. I do want to congratulate Peter WG, friend of the show, occasional Mickey Mouse guest. He's now betrothed.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yay!
So congratulations to him and his fiancee Brittany. And
They got married?
no, they got engaged.
Engaged. Oh, cool. Oh!
Is that what betrothed means?
I thought betrothed was married, but that's okay.
No, it's all good.
It is.
See, a normal person would say they got engaged because
Yeah.
everyone knows what that word is, but someone who needs to flex, betrothed, engaged to be married, an adjective.
Okay.
Huh.
Marty's right.
Wow.
Guess I didn't go to Yale.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean,
Guess I didn't either.
it's not uncommon. And yeah, Peter, we couldn't be more excited for you.
I know that you're
Um,
special.
I'll wear my special gloves to our wedding.
All right.
Make me
Tyson,
the luckiest three-fingered person on earth.
I think it's 3 or 4. I can't
It's
remember.
war.
Yeah, what is the ring finger? If it's only 4, is it his pinky?
I think it's one of the
how
middles.
does he flip people off? So anyhow, everyone who's listening, please tweet in. We like JP Cutter is listening in. Chris Miller, Tyson. We thank you for your support amidst all this nonsense. And then somebody whose name I can't, Gav Cloud, tweeted in. So yeah, tweet in or email us noonerpodcast@gmail.com. We'll get to the mail sack later on in the show. Steve,
What?
Did you not want to be here?
did you not want to be here?
Okay.
What?
I got into a little tiff with the lady wife,
Okay.
and this is going to be long and drawn out and probably not land, as my stories often end up this way. But so we were doing a podcast last Tuesday, so I didn't watch the Trump v. Biden debate. Don't really care. There's nothing I'm going to learn from those two nitwits yelling at each other. But then I heard, oh my God, he didn't denounce white supremacy, and I'm like, wow, that's fucked up. And then I watched it, and I was like, I think there's a little confirmation bias going on. I don't know what he said. He didn't.
No.
It was like
He
Go ahead.
literally said, "Who do you want me to denounce or whatever?" Like he said,
Proud Boys, Proud Boys. And he's like,
Yeah, just
okay,
Proud Boys. Stand.
But earlier
stand
they
back
said,
and
like,
stand
will you tell the so-and-so in
down.
Portland to stand down? So I think that dude is so confused, and his brain just prints ideas and the mouth must say them.
No.
I'm like, he does not.
I disagree with you, Cassandra.
And I watched it over. I'm like, wait a minute. So like a guy who's running the country, somebody said, do you denounce white nationalism? And he looked at the camera and said, no, there are good ideas in that. Like, he didn't say that. He was fumbling
All
over
he
his
had to
words.
do was say, he was fumbling over
How
his
hard
words
is it
because
to
he
say-
couldn't do it.
How hard is it to say racists are bad? It's a very easy thing to say.
Look, I'm not defending him, and I hate him.
Like you are.
I am not. No, we'll get to that because I got my ballot in the mail, and I want to sell my vote to a right-wing listener. If they
Oh, I
want me to
got
vote
mine
for Trump.
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So half a Bitcoin, and I will vote for Trump. That's coming up in the
That's
second
gonna
hour.
fucking do anything in
I
California.
know, it's like pointless.
That's
So but I was expecting him, the sort of like, well, there are good ideas or something. Like, he was the man does not know how to speak, and also he doesn't. I understand.
Wait,
a real.
Cassandra, let Cassandra explain. Like,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
like how hard is it to say? Oh yeah, I
He
think
said, "Will you denounce white supremacy, or will you, denounce white supremacists?" He's like, "Sure, yeah, okay." And then everyone's like, "Do it." And he was like,
Well,
"Well,
who do you want me to do? And then
Give me a
Biden
group, give me
said
a group.
Proud Boys, but
all he had
earlier
to say.
he said,
All he had to say is like the Proud
denounced
Boys-
the Proud Boys.
denounced the
I
Proud
understand.
Boys, yeah.
I denounce white supremacy."
but by not saying it, like, okay, but is he a white supremacist because he doesn't know how to speak and
Well,
doesn't know how to be a
No, his
politician?
voters are.
Yeah, and you look
100%.
When
I'm
you
not.
look at the
I'm
result
not-
of that, and it's like, oh, they're all of a sudden selling bumper stickers that say,
But isn't that the definition of confirmation bias? A word I still use and don't quite know what it means.
yeah, it's
From
not
who?
really. It's not really. It's just like it's just taking him at his word, and his word would have been so easy to be like, yeah, those guys are fucking pieces of shit, like done.
Yes,
Yeah,
a real
but-
politician would say.
If he had said white nationalists are pieces of shit, nobody would have said, oh, like what a horrible thing to say.
It is confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that confirms or supports one's prior beliefs or values. So
Okay,
everyone on the
welcome
left
to the Wikipedia
hates-
show.
I'm not using. I don't use
if you
Wikipedia.
have anything that you have any
I
sort
have
of
an
if you
Encyclopedia
don't have-
Britannica CD-ROM.
if
John.
you don't
I
Lennon.
mean, and the same side, white supremacists are going to be able to use
And Kara.
confirmation bias.
if you don't have Google and you want to know what something means, just tweet in at us.
Fuck. I don't know. I was just like, I hate him. I want him to leave the planet and never return. And his his supporters are white. Part of them are white supremacists. But
Right.
yes,
And which is
a
why he
real
was being
polit-
careful about his choice.
He's
of
not
words.
careful, and that's why people like him, because he's just word salad. It's just
No, he was
political
being careful
jazz. You don't know
there.
what
That's
he's
pretty
saying.
careful.
He was being careful right there. Like he was being like, I don't want to alienate them.
And then earlier he's like, I don't want any of this. I want peace. And no one like, oh well, the president of the United States said, I want peace. They're like, no, I don't believe him. I don't believe that. Oh, but he said this thing in a confusing, fucked up way. Oh, that's a secret coded message to his white supremacist voters. Like
that
it's
is cherry picking, I would say.
that's confirmation bias. Isn't that the same thing? It's just I sound smarter.
They're slightly different, but it's like if
I just feel like people have decided about him.
Yeah.
And they're, yes,
enough.
were he a smart man, he would say, I denounce all forms of white supremacy. This is America. We are all the same. We are all one. I support, equality.
2024.
Well, I know, but like, I was when I heard that he did this, I was expecting he like fucking did the okay white supremacy thing, and was saying shit in Latin to his QAnon, whatever.
I think it's really rude that we can't do this anymore. Like, why do we have to take this?
What the hell are
Okay.
you doing? Do you want that screen grabbed? I screen
Do
grabbed
not.
it. I screen grabbed it.
Oh,
She's
no.
making the okay sign. So, in response to this sort of Proud Boy nonsense, there was a sort of a movement, and I don't know if it was George Takei who started it, but he did say something very funny about the Proud Boys. He said, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we posted on social media gay men doing gay things and then hashtagged it with Proud Boys?" And
Loved
so all throughout Twitter and Instagram, there were gay couples, gay men, just posting lovely expressions of affection and joy with the hashtag Proud Boys. And I thought that is such a great way to silence a bunch of fuckheads.
Yep.
All right.
Great.
Did I land that one, Steve?
Like,
Steve, are you done with your story?
no, I kind of want to ramble a little bit more.
Oh, wait,
I was
what
like,
did-
and I was
what
talking
did
to
the
my
wife-
mom. My mom is one of the disciples of Rachel Maddow. She's a super duper lefty. She sends me handcrafted memes that she cut out of a paper and then took a picture of, like as Trump is Hitler. And I literally started a Twitter account called Mama's Memes because I'm like, you are so fucking out of touch.
Oh, Steve is going to get a sitcom soon.
Yeah. Memes my mom sent me that I'm like, yep. She's got like Trump and it says 200,000 dead, and then it's the Grim Reaper and it says, "Thank you, Mr. President." And I went, What are you doing all day long? I don't know how to scan it, and I don't use Photoshop, so I took a picture of it with my camera. They're literally, she's handcrafting memes.
Love it. That is
And she's like,
awesome.
"What is a meme?" And I'm like, "It's even better. It's even better that you don't know what you're doing." But she's like,
Vicky.
he's worse than Hitler. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. And I'm like, Mom, give Hitler some credit. Like that guy had like a plan. He had action items that he could tick off at the end of each week. And I was like,
Hitler took a country that was just mostly unemployed people. It had quadruple digit inflation and no military, and he turned it into the mightiest military on the planet and took
tried to take over the world.
half of Europe before he was. Then he if he hadn't attacked Russia and the Japanese hadn't attacked Pearl Harbor, we'd probably be speaking German right now.
Hitler, what's on your to-do list today?
Exactly. So I don't think that Trump could do that.
yeah, like what?
I don't think he's organized enough.
I
to
don't.
do that.
He does not have the brain power to like actualize any of that.
No, and the thing is, the Republicans are I mean, they're terrible, but all they stand for now is whatever the Democrats said, not that. That's all they stand for. It's just like, you want to give people a lot of money? No, we can't do that. Oh wait, you're against police violence? Well, we like it. Oh, you like Black Lives Matter? We hate it. You don't
I
like
asked
Trump,
her
but you
it-
love him.
what she thought Nazi Germany would have been like in the 30s had there been a coronavirus, a pandemic. Like, do you think people would be like, fuck you, Adolf, I'm doing what I want, I'm a fucking German? He would have dudes driving around in cars shooting people who were not wearing masks. Like,
Yeah, very
it would have been
effective
gone in a
management.
weekend. Yeah. he'd be
Absolutely.
like-
Well, I mean, there's sometimes when
That's
fascism
what they
and
did in New
dictatorship.
Zealand.
Yeah, exactly. New Zealand is a famous dictatorship.
I don't know. I'm just like, Ma, don't watch so much MSNBC. Like, what are you gleaning from all this?
You know, Mordor.
MSNBC is borderline as unwatchable as Fox News is.
It's just hysterics, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's bad. It's bad. The world's bad. But I mean, he's
CNN's
not
hard to
Hitler.
watch too. That's why a lot of people get their news from Trashy Podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everybody
God.
listen to Trashy Podcast, not on the Smodco Internet Radio Network.
No.
So with all the shit that's been going down, like, or just like how, like, when I heard about the president, it made me want to stay in more, just because it's just like the most protected man by, in terms of manpower, but like an idiot who doesn't wear his mask, like got this COVID. Like
Did you see pictures of that Comey Barrett party where they were all like licking each other? and stuff? It's just
It's
out of
ridiculous.
control.
I made sure to look at one of those pictures right after I didn't hug my own grandmother, who is 90,
my
whom I may never
God.
see again.
But you know what?
Shit.
You were protecting her, and that is the prudent
Yeah.
thing to do. But like how, like what?
She didn't understand either. That was the best part about it.
Oh,
Is that she was like
sorry.
losing her mind, and so we were all like outside, and she just didn't understand why I wouldn't hug her, why I wouldn't come inside. It was sick. But I'm glad that they all got
sad.
to, have their super spreader event in DC.
But my question is like there.
I'm not alone.
Certain food things, and this is very selfish, like that I miss. Like I miss Korean barbecue because like
You miss buffets.
what's that?
You miss buffets.
I miss Hometown Buffet
Hell yeah.
and Golden Corral, and I miss Korean barbecue. But what foods, like things, do you miss that are social? Like, because like Steve, you cook a lot, so there are things that you're convinced that you're better than professionals are.
I am.
Steve is making these incredible rolled Japanese egg things that are delicious. Tamagoyaki. It's
Yeah.
fucking delicious.
Very yummy.
Yes.
I miss sushi restaurants. I made sushi at home last week, and I like.
There's a
sitting
reason
next-
why it takes 2 years just to make the rice before they
That's
allow
hard.
you to touch fish.
Yeah, it ain't no Chipotle kid making the rice in the back there. It is
No.
like somebody measuring and rinsing, and but I like being next to a chef. Like I like
You like seeing it happen, right?
Yeah, when like you sit at the bar and you talk to the guy, and I like sitting at the bar at restaurants and talking to the bartender, like, well, what should I get? What's good? And like I like having a relationship with the people
Yeah,
who
sitting
are
at a
cooking my
bar
food.
is
I
the
don't give a
most
fuck about
fun
waiters.
place to eat. Yeah. All right. So sushi restaurants are like, because takeout sushi is not as good because there's a time lag and temperature changes, blah blah blah. But it's still,
I just want to ask the guy, like, what's good and what do you like
yeah.
and what's up, and
Hi.
what are you doing with your
Hi.
life, man?
Will you talk
Hi.
to me? Cassandra, what about you?
I miss, it's not so much a food thing, because I also cook and think I do better than professionals. But you don't taste my cooking, you don't fucking know. I didn't make that
I
noise
can
when you
tell, I
said
can tell.
Jesus. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think your food is delicious, Cassandra.
No, you made it creepy. Jesus, John.
I didn't
I
mean
miss
to.
I miss going to a bar and like a snoozy bar that I've never been in LA, and sitting at the bar
So
and
what bar haven't you
perusing
been to?
a lot.
All right.
And just perusing a cocktail menu, and having the same conversation with the bartender. What's good?
Yeah.
Hi.
And then
You know,
pretending like they're interested in what you have to say.
Oh.
I miss that so much.
do you recommend like a something off the wine list,
Yeah.
or you know, I like an IPA that really tastes like grass. Like, can you give me something like that? You know, I miss that whole exchange and being like, oh my god, they have steak tips here. Like, I never like steak tips. Maybe I will here. I'll take an order of steak tips. I miss that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that sort of improvisational, like, let's see what.
Yeah, like,
what
oh
happens.
fuck, I'm stuck on the west side and there's so much traffic. Let me text my one friend I haven't seen for 6 months who lives over here for some reason. See if they want to grab like father's office. You know, like things like I just miss that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Which father's
especially now
office?
that I'm
The
Huh?
one- which father's office? The one on Montana?
the one in Santa Monica is
Yeah,
what I'm thinking in my head. But you know, I'm back in Echo Park and like there's tons of bars here where I'm just like, I could walk there and now I just don't get to. So yeah, I miss that.
John.
John hasn't changed because he can still communicate with the person running the 7-Eleven when he picks up his cup of coffee and rolled hot dog.
Yeah. And they've just.
Can I also
They-
can I get a money order for $345? I got to pay my
Do you have stamps?
light
you,
bill.
you sell stamps here?
I'm trying to save the post office. Do you sell
They
stamps
used to
here?
sell stamps at the 7-Eleven in my in New Hampshire.
Can I get 4 scratch tickets, 14 stamps, a money order, and a packet
One of
of
those
chiclets?
crullers.
Give me a
By
crawl.
the way, tune in later tonight for the next episode of Buzzsaw 2. This again, Miami Nights. Oh,
Where are those rolling hot dogs?
yeah.
I
Why
love
don't
those.
It's the same. It's the same super big goat
fucking
from
talk
yesterday.
to me.
Why do I have to pay for
I
the
don't
beef
know there
twice?
and
Are these from today? Like today? I don't mean like at 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean like when they
I
put
mean,
on
like
the-
today. I mean, like today.
This
This
week.
looks a little like it's hard.
Oh, this one's got a whole pizza inside.
Oh,
It's a
what are
pizza
these?
one.
These
Okay.
hot dogs are snappers. When you bite into them, they snap. I don't want
You know,
them
the
to snap,
only
but I
reason
want
why
my-
you guys can get away with that is because you guys are tentatively from New England, kind of, sort of.
Tentatively?
I
Like
like
what
Boston.
we're
It's the
someday going
capital
to
of
be?
New England.
Well, no,
I was
it's
playing the
just
game too.
It will peripherally
I'm
from
here.
like you were there for a few years some time
What?
ago, but for the
Uh-huh.
bulk of your life you have been in California.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
No,
can tell
half
from my
life was in
accent.
Boston.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
otherwise
that's why
it's,
I talk so normal.
otherwise it's like a cultural appropriation, and you know
What?
it'd be really no. Steve, who's
If
Uncle
that would
Roger?
be true if there was culture in New Hampshire. But there isn't.
Ah, fair enough.
Nothing to appropriate.
Nothing to steal. Move
We got
along.
fireworks. We got granite. We got nuclear power. That's
And
about
we
it.
got
Nuclear power,
freedom.
no more.
we got
Oh, no
liberty.
more?
No,
We got
those,
liberty.
those fucking things, they cost $1 billion and it takes 10 years to build and then it's online for 15 years. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Steve, who's
Nuclear
Uncle
power.
Roger?
Who's what?
Who's Uncle Roger?
Oh, he's this YouTube sensation based
Sensation?
on this. I think he's a Malaysian comic. I don't know his origin. His name is last name is NG. I never know how to pronounce that.
Ang.
Mm.
Eng?
No, okay, wait. White people, stand down.
Shut up, you.
It's Nigel Ang.
Nigel Ang. Okay, so he's a comedian. I think he's from Canada, but he lives in London.
He's
And
Malaysian, yeah.
I sort of discovered him like a couple months ago because he puts up videos
Nobody
of
ever
this
knew
and
of
that.
him until Steve discovered him, and then
Who?
no one ever knew of him until you discovered him, and then you made him.
No, he just his videos would get like 300,000 or 400,000 views, and then he did one as a character named Uncle Roger, as an older Chinese or Malaysian man who watches a video of a woman making fried rice on a cooking video, and she's not Asian, or she's Central Asian. I'm
No,
not quite
she's
sure.
South Asian. She's
South Asian,
yeah.
and she does a very very bad job of it, and he.
Well, she's making East Asian fried rice, and she does.
To
things
be fair to him, she boils the rice for a while and then drains it through a colander, which is not how you make rice. And then runs water over it after she's cooked it, which is not.
Cassandra, do you know what's going on? You know what's going on? Okay. Yeah, neither do I.
We're at the top
What
of
are
the fourth, and there's a runner on first.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Oh, really? I gotta
Padres
watch
are
that.
bad.
well, maybe
All right.
maybe John, if you listened, you would find some context.
No. That's the second rule of improv: is talk over people.
All right, don't
I
listen.
don't understand what
bulldoze.
you're-
Everyone just start talking right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So
And
no,
one
like,
will hear
millions of
anything.
people have watched this video, and
15 million views.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And I found it incredibly funny, so I started following him. And he did one with Jamie Oliver, and he did one with
Well,
Gordon
not
Ramsay.
with them.
It's a reaction video. He's talking to his niece and nephews, and says, "I'm watching Wiggio on Friday." Like he's doing the accent.
Go ahead, do the accent.
Well, I'm doing an impression of him.
What's she doing? Oh my God, you're killing me, woman.
Yeah, he does that.
Drain
He
the,
goes,
she's
"Hiya."
draining the
And it's-
rice. Hiya.
You
How
know
can
how I
you drain
feel
the rice
about,
with colander? It's not pasta. Yeah, it's like that.
So another Asian guy that I follow,
Marty,
Kenji Alt Lopez. No, I don't follow you. You're not interesting enough. Went off
only
on him.
half.
Kenji Alt Lopez.
Half.
Kenji Lopez Alt. I can never remember his name. He shit on the guy and said he's doing yellow face. And it's been a real struggle for me because I find the videos hilarious.
Why do you find them hilarious?
Well, because I've heard that cadence before. He's a sort of like first generation Asian, who's like English is his second language, and he's very cheap. Like he's built a real character. Like I feel like he's done a John Leguizamo. Like he built it off of someone in his family. It's not just like a white guy doing an Asian caricature. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, is it yellowface? Like, is this wrong to? But there was this comedian, this actor David something or other. He's on that show Numbers. Remember years ago with the
Krumholtz?
3 in it. Yeah, and he did a thing where he got dressed up like an old Jewish lady and would do the weather.
And he is very funny. I mean, he's a great actor.
And it was like the funniest fucking thing. And I'm like, oh, but is he doing Jew face? I don't know. Like I'm confused as to how to feel about this.
Yeah, it is. I am, as an Asian person. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm somewhat Asian.
Finally, we all knew it.
Congratulations.
Jack, thanks for coming out.
He came out as Asian.
Whoa. You guys knew all this
Rough.
time? You guys knew all this time?
Everybody
No, but-
knew. We
It
all
was
knew
the,
it
it was
mattered.
to take the shoes off of the house thing. That's like
You just don't feel
that
bad about
is
letting
something
us
that
know.
the wife made me do.
I know, but I think she's Asian too. I just don't think she knows it.
I don't know. I don't.
It's up to her, Steve.
I will
I
take
know,
your word
I know,
for
I
it.
know, I know. I respect her decision to not know she's Asian.
Yeah, I mean, I will give this to this comic. He is very funny, and he's very good at like working with crowds and stuff like that. But there is a certain sense of like Uncle Roger, like being sort of a representative of like a token Asian person. There's a whiff of tokenism to it. So it's hard for me to fully digest. I haven't really thought about it enough, I guess. I need to think about it. But it is, I mean, he's funny. There's no question about it, but he also doesn't know everything. He doesn't know that much about food. He talks about MSG. This is the life.
I know, but he's trying to be funny, and at the end,
Well, that's
he
the thing.
says-
It's like if you're trying to be funny at the expense of your culture, then that's one thing. But if you're actually like having some insight about culture, that's a different thing. But if you're just like using MSG because you know that's a buzzword because everybody thinks that Asian people use MSG, then that's
It's like if an actual Asian person was playing the landlord in Breakfast at Tiffany's, would it make it better?
right.
Or would it just make it kind of shitty?
Right. Long Duck
Or
Dong from
rather,
16
there's
Candles.
what did I just watch? Fuck, a Cabin in the Woods. No, Cabin Fever. And Eli Roth. There's this
the original.
whole.
What's the original?
Well, yeah.
They
I don't
remade
know.
it. They remade it a few years ago.
So there's a scene where like this guy says the N-word, and then later he says the N-word again to some black people, and then they say it back, and they're like, "Oh yeah," and then they have like it's like a joke.
It's like a bonding thing.
Yeah, they bond over it to like make it seem okay that he talks like that. And
Eli
I won-
Roth is not black, just in case anybody was worried about that.
Yeah.
You know.
So, I mean, that joke aged fucking really bad.
Yeah.
But like, is that kind of what would be making jokes at the expense of your culture? Those actors who took that job, which I don't blame them. You got to take a job, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You know?
I've as a person.
Well, if I remember the joke, because a couple friends of mine were in that movie, the young
you friends with
kids,
Ryder Strong?
no,
Oh,
they were like nobodies in them. They were the two guys playing guitar could get killed later.
You have friends?
oh, tight.
And so our characters, the young people go into the cabin. They go to like some rednecks
General
like,
store.
general store, and he points to the gun or something, and he's like, "Well, that's for the N words," and you're like, "Oh, this guy's a racist."
And then the characters even call him a racist as they
Right,
walk in.
and then at the end of the movie, they show back up, and some black people come in, and the old racist character goes, "Oh, my N words," and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" Like he had appropriated the language and was friends with them. And
like the gun was actually for.
It was, yeah, it was, and they're like, "Oh, you got my gun, you fixed it." Yeah, my N word, and I was like, "That's kind of funny, huh? I didn't see that coming." Like, that's a twist on it.
Unexpected is not necessarily. I mean, there's still this question of cultural appropriation, and which is a loaded word, and I don't know if I agree with it. That whole thing, like,
I guess, like, are we supposed to not laugh at stereotypes anymore, even
Right,
if
right.
people are making them about themselves?
yeah. I mean, I make fun of my culture sometimes, you know, or things that happen to me.
I feel like the character Uncle Roger isn't really, saying, "Oh, Asian people are cheap," or like it's not as.
Yeah.
It's more he's watching these people massacre what is a very simple dish, and he's kind of
But-
making fun of.
He does talk about how, like, oh, my grandma, she would beat me for that, you know, like it's like not.
But that's,
like, John,
I mean, saying
why
your
were you
grandparents
smiling?
are strict is like, I mean, that's like, no, they're not strict.
This is the longest John's been quiet.
I was smiling.
I just feel like
smiling at
this is
Marty, and
like-
I feel guilty now.
This is like a one-man show from the 90s. Like someone would come out and be like, "Oh, my mom was like this," and they do an impression of her, like
John
like a John
Leguizamo.
Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Or Whoopi Goldberg, like, came to fame off of a one-woman show where she did all her family members, and she did all like these voices, and I was like, I don't know, like, if it's your culture, shouldn't you be
Right?
able to exploit it?
I watch a lot of, like, I follow a lot of Hispanic little online comedians. And actually, there's a girl on TikTok who I see sometimes, and she does a Vietnamese thing because she's Vietnamese.
Oh, give
And
us
she's
some of
getting
that.
really-
Give us a little taste of
Huh?
that. Give us,
No, but people love it, and it's really funny. And all she's doing is like the accent and probably imitating someone she knows. But
I mean, if it comes from love and pride, then I think that's I don't have a huge problem with it. But when also at the same time, if there are a bunch of people lined up around, Uncle Roger just did a like a food cart thing, and a bunch of
Yeah.
people like gathered around there, and I was like, oh, I wonder if people were just like, just do that thing, just like, yell at me in the funny accent, like that to me is not interesting.
nobody's ever gonna be fucking happy. So like whatever.
No, that's true, that's
I
true.
don't think that. I don't see what the big deal is.
All right.
I mean,
no, I
Well,
agree.
You
And
can-
his
I think
his
you're
stand-up
welcome to
and
exploit
his
your own
videos were getting a couple 100,000 views, and then he did this thing, and the last time I checked, it was like 16 million. Like, the market spoke. Like, people think it's funny.
Do you
It's not those two assholes who were like two white guys doing a podcast going, "Hey, you went to Chinatown, right? What's with
Yeah.
the fucking ducks in the window and neuters?" Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's not celebrating. That's just like, those guys are that's school bully. You're weird because you eat ducks with their heads on it. Like, that's not even comedy.
It's a difficult thing, and I think like a place like Family Guy like dances around that a lot because they do have a diverse like writing staff, but at the same time they take a lot of pot shots in terms of race and stuff, like with the Latina maid. and other ethnic characters, and yeah, it's a tough thing, and I don't think that. I mean, funny is funny, but at the same time, you do have to actually digest this stuff. So, to your point, Cassandra, like, it's not that big a deal, but also you do have to think about it to some degree.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like say something ignorant, but at
No,
the same,
go for it. Why,
No,
why
no.
start now?
I just am kind of like tired and just want funny stuff to be funny,
You're right.
and without having some person
police
fall
you.
apart over it.
Yeah.
I mean, if shit's funny, then shit's funny, and I feel like a lot of the times these people crumbling around it are just confirmation bias, perhaps.
No.
Like looking for something to be wrong with it. I don't know. Mad they didn't come up with it first. I don't know. I mean, I'm aware that there's some stuff that's just not. I'm not trying to sound like fucking Todd Phillips and be like, it can't be funny anymore.
Right.
But I just
don't take
kind
yourself
of.
too seriously. That's kind of what you're
Well,
saying.
it's just one of those things where it's like when you say you have to talk about it. I'm like.
No,
I don't
see.
want
I don't think you have to
I
talk
want
about
to talk about everything. That is like supposed to be funny.
No,
just because some people got offended.
No, I don't think you have to talk about it, but you have to think about it, and you have to be aware when you make these jokes that there are, and you can weigh it and be like, "Fuck it, I don't give a shit. This is funny," and it can be funny. But
Yeah.
you know, you can't ignore that people have opinions, and you can say like, "Oh, you're being too sensitive," and that's fine. I mean, you don't have to say it out loud, but you can just be like, "All right, I'm still saying it," you know.
Yeah.
And if your shit's actually funny, you actually can ignore people.
Yeah,
with their
hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Well, that's why, like, why did J. Kenji Lopez Alt have to weigh in? Like, he lives in the food space. I've seen him speak live. He is not a funny dude. He's a smart food dude, and I watch him for information.
He's
about food.
the son of a biologist who went to MIT. He's very, very smart, methodical, and not
then he
a funny
tweeted
guy.
like saying "Hiya," which is Uncle Roger's catchphrase. And at the end of one of his videos, he said, all my niece and nephew ask me, can we say hiya? Like, even people on YouTube are like, is it okay for me to repeat what you say? And I was like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, Eddie Murphy was doing all kinds of crazy shit on Saturday Night Live. And then we'd go to lunch on Monday and we'd all do it. And I was like, even then, I'm like, are we supposed to be doing this? But
I mean,
he's
like 10 years ago, there was a video of these bros like in a hotel room, like these white, like shirtless dudes. Like it was semi-homoerotic, but they were doing a lip sync to
Hot.
this Bollywood thing, and they did all the dances, and it was like one of the most like uplifting things, and because they totally embraced it. There was no mockery in it. They were just doing the song. They were doing the dance. You can look it up. Just do bros doing Bollywood, and I just thought it was like the best thing. And I think K-pop is part of that too. Of like, I love that Americans are embracing K-pop. Blackpink is their new album is a huge hit right now. BTS is huge. I love that sort of that. Like my niece who's
Cultural embrace of different cultures.
Yeah, she's like hardcore into learning Japanese, even though she has no Japanese in her.
Like how Steve likes hip hop.
Oh, that's gross. That's really ugh, come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair.
yeah, but no, exactly. It's like culture, like good culture is good culture, and you can embrace it in a way that is loving and supportive, and not like in a way that you're appropriating it, and like all of a sudden Steve is coming up with like a white guy line of hip hop clothes, you know.
no,
Oh, sorry.
can't be done.
Can't be done.
It's called line of hip hop.
Like as a guy that likes funny, it made me laugh, and then
no,
the backlash
he's
was
very,
like,
very funny. He's a very funny guy.
And I'm like, am I a bad person because some other Asian person is like, saying hiya or Uncle Roger disappointed on food videos is about as clever and funny as saying ching chong and pulling up your eyes. Seeing an Asian guy, this is Kenji's tweet. Seeing an Asian guy do yellowface is disappointing enough, and it's not an invitation for other people to start quoting him. I mean, this guy's a performer, this Nigel guy. Like, he's looking for catchphrases. He's looking, like, for something, you know. But I keep thinking about that douchebag who didn't get on Saturday Night Live. Like, yeah, that's sort of warranted, right?
That was absolutely warranted because
it was not funny.
Yeah, and there was no, thought. Like, I think Nigel Lang is pulling from his own experiences. It's like, oh, this is my family. This is what made me laugh when I was growing up. You know.
Do you remember Dat Fan?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the winner of the first Last Comic Standing, who had 6 minutes.
Stand-up was him just imitating his family and doing voice.
You got to do more than 6 minutes, right? You can't just do that.
Yeah, but like that's not what you need to win Last Comic Standing. So
yeah,
and this Nigel guy's comedy, a lot of it is like troped out Asian comic, like white people are like this and Asians are like this, and my mom was like this.
He does interact with people in a way that's very funny. Like, I think he's pretty fast. To his credit,
I'm not talking about his crowd work. I'm saying his material is from the school of, let me tell you what it's like growing up with an Asian mom, and she did this, and if I scrape
this
the
is the guy who was complaining.
No, that's Kenji.
Oh, this is the guy who's
the comedian.
Yeah. Okay, so the Mr. Roger guy.
Uncle Roger
guy.
Yeah, Mr. Roger.
Yeah,
totally
he's just doing what his comedy is. It's like Larry the Cable Guy. I think white people got mad over Larry the Cable Guy, even though he was literally like embracing the worst of white culture.
Yeah.
Well, I did as a white guy. I feel like I can speak about Larry the Cable Guy.
Finally we got to your wheelhouse.
Wow.
Tyson brought up. He just mentioned Kentucky Fried Movie. Anyone? A Fistful of the End, fantastic parodies. That is one of the things that really, like, that galvanized me when I was young. This was one of the first feature film by the Zaz people, the Zucker and Abrams, Jim Abrams, Jerry Zucker, and the unfunny Zucker. I don't know if that's true.
Mean.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true, but they did a send up of Enter the Dragon, which was super funny and really smartly done, and did a big send up of also. They went on to do Airplane, and they basically airplaned the fuck out of Enter the Dragon, and it was really funny, and it was not racist at all. It was thoughtful, and at the same time played with a lot of.
It was kind of sad. It was really thoughtful and philosophical.
No, they played with like a lot of racist tropes, and I thought that was great. I loved to hear that.
Yeah.
So thank you, John. Did it make you sad?
Yeah, it made me sad.
Aww.
Yeah.
John,
just like Larry the Cable Guy.
John, I think you should show.
And when Jeff Foxworthy got his own show, I was really sad.
The Jeff Foxworthy show, or you might be smarter than a fifth grader. Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
The fact that he was on TV and that he had a career just made me sad for America.
If you have a bookcase full of books over a piano in the background,
too soon.
You might
be
a pretentious guy from Yale.
Oh, damn.
John, just pick one of those books. Just reach behind you. Don't look. Just grab a book. I want to know what the old Sylvain library has got. Okay, just grab. You don't need to do a fucking physical big.
This is big, a big book.
Oh, it's a Harry Potter.
Oh, it's the invention of Hugo Cabret.
Oh, Hugo.
This is a book I actually never read.
Well, you don't have to read. It's mostly pictures.
This was turned into the movie Hugo by Scorsese, right?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Who?
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Was it a Scorsese movie?
Yeah.
Scorsese?
Scorsese?
Yeah.
It's
Scorsese.
Scorsese?
It's a great graphic novel.
Never mind.
What kind of salad did you have? I had a Scorsese. It was wonderful. They put it over a nice piece of fish.
Scorsese, and I went with
Scorsese. I didn't talk for like 45 minutes. I opened my mouth and you guys jumped down it.
Oh.
No, it was good. But people should watch Kentucky Fried Movie, and I'm sure that there are things that are racist and hugely sexist in that movie. But as a sketch comedy movie, it of the 70s, 1978, It is great. You got Big Jim Slade. You've got Fistful of Yen. You've got Catholic Schoolgirls in Trouble. It's really fun.
There's a lot of boobs in it. They knew
well,
like
and I
13
saw
to
it.
18-year-old boys
Yeah.
love sketch comedy.
I got it in.
Toss some boobs in there.
I got on beta and rented it from the hardware store and watched the shit out of it.
I just remember
literally
the
did.
Catholic Schoolgirls in Love
In Trouble.
trailer in Trouble. There's a girl getting plowed in the shower and her boobs are getting mashed up against the glass.
And they use balloon
comedic-
sounds. They use like rubber
Yeah,
balloon
it's just
squeaking
like-
sounds.
I think I found my Shakespeare.
Yeah.
These guys are.
I think that was
they
like
get it.
the third time I saw boobs in movies. Yeah. After
So
Logan's
stupid.
Run and Dressed to Kill.
Oh my God, me
Yeah.
too. Logan's Run. Yeah.
Oh, best. Yeah, everybody should watch that too. Tweet at me, DM me. I'll give you the minute and frame.
Yeah.
Jenny Agutter. But
Great
anyhow,
great moments in puberty with Marty Yu and John Sylvain.
sad moments. But anyhow, I think that the Uncle Roger thing is something worth like thinking about, talking about, but not dwelling too hard on, for sure.
Oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't spend like half of the podcast talking about it.
Nah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right.
I already did. Ooh,
Oh,
look.
so what did you guys watch anything on the? Oh, here's what I wanted to know. So
Jeez.
there's the question of the death of the movie blockbuster. So Tenet was a hit worldwide. It was a flop stateside. I think it made like $36 million, something like that. I don't know. It came out in theaters because Christopher Nolan only wanted it to be viewed in theaters at the start. Mulan went straight to Disney Plus. People who already subscribed to Disney Plus still had to pay $30 to watch it. Made a shitload of money. Wonder Woman 1984 just announced today that it's going to skip a theatrical run and go straight to streaming. Dune postponed to 2021. Bond postponed for next year. Is the blockbuster dead? Do you guys miss the blockbuster?
Well, I miss going to movies very, very much.
Yeah.
So I will say that. I think that I have this little thing that I teach my students. I say that the blockbuster age started in 1977 and
74
ended.
or 76 with...
No, I'm just talking about what I say, Marty.
Okay.
Okay, so we can have an argument about whether I'm right or not
Jaws,
later.
right? Jaws.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
But it's Jaws, right? Is that the
No,
Oh,
no.
Star
Is it
Wars.
Star Wars?
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
So
What are we talking about?
Star
What
Wars.
is
No, I was just
What
trying
movie is
to.
that?
Never mind.
No, go
I
on,
should.
John.
I'm going to stay
It was
quiet.
a
No.
Scorsese movie, right?
Yeah.
Scorsese.
Star Wars, directed by the Scorsese.
Scorsese?
Directed by the Salad.
We
The
went over to Hugo's and we got a
guy with
Scorsese salad.
Scorsese.
No, John, go on.
Where was I going?
Martin Scorsese.
And his Star
One
Wars.
Scorsese.
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 Martin Scorsese. Right?
Scorsese. So anyway,
What is
yeah, this is
Scorsese.
the end of the blockbuster.
No,
The end of
just
the blockbuster.
Scorsese.
Scorsese.
There's no fucking way that's right.
It's not
Scorchy. Scorchy. They call him Scorchy.
We don't call him Scorchy.
No. Okay.
Oh my God.
Who's talking?
Somebody
else is on- somebody else is on this
Somebody
podcast.
muted somebody.
All
We
right.
might need to get that somebody on the podcast sometime.
No.
All right.
No, I think it's the end of the blockbuster era in the sense that the blockbuster era might have started in the mid '70s, because basically the studio system had sort of crumbled, and so from like 1965 to 1975, there was New Hollywood where they were trying all these different things, and they had really interested. What the hell's going on?
Ew! I don't know what this is. What did you send?
Go on, John.
Go on, John.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, so
John, you must be used. This is like teaching your class, right? A bunch of people staring off.
yeah,
Not paying attention to
exactly.
you.
So
I'm sorry, John. Is this going to be on the quiz?
Yes, everything I say is on the quiz.
No, John, I'm genuinely like I want to know what you're saying. So please
What the fuck?
try to say it.
So what I'm saying. So for those of you who are actually listening, the four of you who are listening to this, these guys are sending things to each other and looking at it, and that's what they're reacting to. So that on the chat. So that's why this is. I'm getting distracted. The point being that there was a period of time between when the studios kind of collapsed and 1975 when they needed a new business model. So there was this move business-wise to the idea of a blockbuster, which sort of replaced the idea of entertaining every single. You guys, shut up! I know you're talking.
Okay. When I was a kid, like lines went around the block to go to see a movie
Marty,
in the 70s.
I'm talking right now, Marty. You be quiet. I know you're in league with all these
I'm trying to help you.
The bases are loaded. He just walked another runner.
Who did?
Wait, who's pitching?
Adams? Some fucking asshole. He's like this fourth pitcher that they've Padres
Oh
put up.
my God, John, I'm trying. Like I'm on your side, and
You are?
yeah.
Okay.
So go on.
Only that the business model that Hollywood was kind of based on for since like the mid 70s is going to be gone, because the primary way they used to make money with blockbusters is to have 3,000 copies go out all at once, day and date, and that started in the 70s, and that's just not going to work anymore because everybody's. I mean, I'm going to still go to movies, but I'm crazy. Most people don't really want to go to movies; they'd rather stay home, and
Because
this year
millennials-
has killed that.
I
Millennials
think
want to
that-
check their fucking Dodger scores on their phones while they're watching a fucking movie.
Okay. I'm physically watching the Dodgers while doing this, so that's different. But
Steve is watching 1980s porn.
if they started to make movie prices reflect the budget of the movie, I might be more inclined to go to the theater more often. Which is to say, I don't want to pay the same amount of money to go see a Marvel movie in IMAX or whatever, or a Marvel movie in general, which I kind of like. I don't really care about that much. But like, if I want to go see like a cool indie movie or something like that, I'm still paying like $18, and I don't like that. And so I don't know.
Yeah, and the fact that you can get a huge ass 4K TV with Dolby Atmos like sound bar for like $800, like, and not have to deal with going to the fucking mall, like in catching COVID. Yeah, there's no reason to go out anymore, and the mall theater isn't that good in the first place.
Well, actually, the mall theater in Burbank, the AMC, they
I love
really
that
made
one.
the seats really nice.
I love that place.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
The 8. But I mean, I'd like to be a movie person. I'd like to go out of the theaters, but yeah, like I said, it hasn't beaten the experience of just waiting for it to come and be on my TV for free.
All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, and I think a lot of people feel that way, and I think that movie theaters are not going to open back up like they.
But there's stuff like the Draft House where it's like a whole experience. I think
Yeah.
that places like AMC are just going to have to keep doing what they're doing, which is like doing like movie pass style stuff, and they just need to enhance the experience. Otherwise, yeah, there's just no reason to go. It's
Yeah.
not the end of movie theaters.
No.
Movies are definitely better in theaters, no matter what kind of fucking TV you have, no matter what kind of movie it is. It's always going to be better in theaters. But it's just kind of like, fuck, like, and also movies are so fucking long.
Yeah.
If you shorten movies, you know,
I mean,
I can go an hour and a half without looking at my phone, but I can't go, you know, a fucking Scorsese movie where it's like almost 3 hours or over. Over 3 hours.
but yet you'll go to a fucking
long was that
baseball
salad?
game.
That salad was like 3.5 hours.
3.25 hours long. It was very long.
I had to watch it in shifts
Really?
either
That's like
way.
the croutons.
For what? It wasn't even that good. I can't imagine watching that in a theater.
but I think that there's a hunger for like sort of wholesomeness, and I think that's one of, or just like goodness and simplicity, and that's one of the reasons why Schitt's Creek did so well at the Emmys. And JP Cutter was just saying that.
Are you saying that wholesomeness and a show called Schitt's Creek won because people are longing for wholesomeness?
Yes,
It was a wholesome show.
I know, but it was called Schitt's Creek. I'm just saying that's weird.
Okay, old man.
Right.
But
Are you saying that Scabese has some wholesome movies?
have you seen Huggo?
It's pronounced Schitt's Creek.
And it's but anyhow, JP
Schitt's Creek.
was talking about how Ted Lasso and how he loved the finale of Ted Lasso.
Best.
And
Such a good show.
Yeah.
Watch it.
So we need more wholesome good things, and like watching Utopia, the remake of Utopia on Amazon was really fucking hard, right, Steve?
I stopped. It was awful.
Yeah, because it's just like
I
watching.
won't see it.
It's like watching QAnon people being validated for their fucking nonsense, and
I haven't heard of what we're talking about here.
oh, it's an Amazon show, and it is about a pandemic and these nerds who find like meaning in conspiracies in a comic book, and it's just like when that wasn't a reality, that was cool, but now it's like creepy and gross, and it's
Well, it was also. I mean, we tried to watch it, and it was just people getting murdered like at an incredible rate in
Hell
very
yeah.
grisly ways. And after we actually watched a episode and a half of it, and then we were like, forget it," because we kind of liked the story. It was kind of creepy, but so much murder. Just I couldn't do it.
the original had even more. It was pretty stark.
I feel like there were a lot of pretty good comic books that came out like in the around the millennium, where they were very sort of transgressive in the sense that they said to themselves that they could be incredibly violent in a way that comic books hadn't been before. They were indie comics, like and Utopia is one of them, and Preacher and things like that. But then when they're translated into movies and TV, they're just really just super gross.
I feel like movies and TV just in general need to stop remaking things and
Yeah, I
stop
agree.
making things and do some original ideas like Buzzsaw 2, this again.
Yeah,
Oh my
Is that
God.
going to happen tonight?
We'll see. We don't know. I mean,
We don't know.
Episode
I'm
8.
still checking
which
my inbox to see if it came in.
I almost delayed completely single-handedly, and I apologize.
Oh,
Wait, John, the original Utopia was based on a comic book?
That's my understanding.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Oh, well, I think that's Marty told me last week.
Yeah, it's really well done. It's excellent. It's one of the
Utopia?
best.
The original,
yeah.
the one, the English one?
Yeah, it's ITV, I believe, and it is very murderous. But the character that is murdering children in the cold open becomes the hero of the story. Like you start to care for him by the end. It's like that's quite a trick
Yeah.
narratively, and it's just beautifully shot. They do a lot with colors. It's got like a nice sense of humor. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. So I don't
Okay.
want to see who's that fucking nitwit writer, Gillian Flynn.
I don't know.
She's doing the remake.
Hmm.
I think she sucks.
Who is she? What has she done?
She wrote Gone Girl, and
Oh.
which sucked.
Yeah,
What,
go
the
ahead.
novel?
She wrote the novel. I think the script
She
for
did
the Fincher movie, which stunk.
I don't know. I think
Sharp
skunk
Objects is
strong.
the other one.
Oh yeah. Nah.
All right.
She reminds me of a more polished Diablo Cody, who's another like
Diablo.
whatever the fuck her name. I was watching something
Diablo.
about Jennifer's Body, and I'm like, oh yeah, that thing stunk.
Diablo, Cody, and
Diablo.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah,
We don't know directors. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Diablo.
Diablo.
Have you guys heard of this guy Spielberg?
Spielberg?
Yeah, Spielberg.
Stefan Spielberg? Yeah, he's a big one.
I think it's pronounced Steven Spielberg.
Oh,
Yeah, right, Steve?
We were talking about that movie earlier by Ely Ruth. So
he's one of my favorites, Ely Ruth.
he is violent, that Ely Ruth.
Are we ready for the next installment, or do you want to do mail sack first?
Do the mail sack.
Get that crap out of it. Let's see what
Let's
Steve
get
Owens
out of the
has to
way.
say.
All right.
Oh, hi, Steve. By the way, I'm gonna talk to Steve for his podcast.
Hi, Steve. We love you.
I'm gonna be.
Steve Owens is playing the Trashy promo.
We're gonna
on.
dip into the mail sack. Mail sack, come on. Get back into that mail sack. Yeah, that was great.
That was.
I love that director who did Alien and Raised by Wolves, Ridley Scoot.
Ridley Scoot.
Ridley Scoot.
I didn't
Brother.
like Ridley Scoot did the Prometheus, and I just didn't get it.
Tanya.
Has anybody
Right, yeah.
seen the Raised by Wolves or
I
whatever?
watched one scene and I went, nope.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's very good.
Apparently.
Yeah,
By according to who?
someone who
The disembodied
works for me,
voice?
who had to work on it.
Oh, all right.
So
All right.
take that. I think that Ridley Scoot's stuff is just confusing. So I don't really like something that I have to like do research for after.
No. Yeah. I want simple shit.
What was that one that was on Netflix that we were talking about a couple weeks ago that I had to do research after?
Oh, the one the
Charlie Caveman directed?
Charlie Kaufman got one.
I'm thinking of ending things.
Oh no,
Ah,
Steve!
yes.
No, Steve! No, we're talking about
Charlie
we're talking about a
Kaufman.
movie. Okay.
I worked adjacently on the movie The Fifth Element, directed by Luc Besson.
Okay. No, okay, just save that for.
really?
Wait, no, save that for fucking Twitter for your weird hashtags. All right, don't infest our beautiful podcast waves with your nonsense. Ash
It's
Williams.
the funniest thing I've done.
Yeah, I know, but that's why I want him to shut up.
Fair.
We don't deserve funny things. Ash Williams says Buzzsaw 2 needs a new title, Primate Antichrist. All right,
Yeah,
we'll get a
sure.
little taste of that, I guess.
That's Buzzsaw 3.
That's what the baby is called, the Primate Antichrist.
And then
It's a prequel.
It's Buzzsaw 3. What now?
Steve
Mate.
What now? LA streets.
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Buzzsaw 3, what now?
Okay, we're not done with the
LA
first
streets.
one. Jesus Christ.
I'm still writing it down, though. I think it's important to remember.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, can you...
Get off my lawn. That's Buzzsaw 8.
He...
Buzzsaw 8, get off my lawn, Nashville Nights.
Nashville mid-morning.
Should we just do a whole episode of just, like, sequels? Just rattling off titles?
It's the way to go.
Buzzsaw 12. Wait, what did you say? Kentucky Brunch.
Alright, I gotta write these down.
What? What, you reading the mail? Do you have to write it down to read it? What's wrong
I'm
with
writing
you?
them down.
What do you... Wait, is there any more mail? Do we get any mail?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. I just said I have to write this down, and you...
Why do I have to shut up?
We'll
What's
say
going on?
something...
Have I been nodding off during
Say
this
something
podcast?
constructive to cover for me, like...
Oh, something constructive.
Okay,
I'll
never
say
mind.
this. So, no, wait. Utopia, the British version, I don't think it's available.
It's very hard to find. I have
Yeah.
a copy of it.
It was from
I will loan you my
Channel 4.
Laserdisc.
Channel 4.
Oh, you will? Does he have it on Betamax?
Yeah, it had a great soundtrack, too. Like,
Is it spelled with a U?
yeah,
Or is it spelled with a Y, like Yreka?
Yeah. Steve Owens said, "Hey kids, just wanted to bring this to your attention. Sent us a screen grab of Peter W.G. proposing to his betrothed." Brittany. Anthony.
The luckiest mouse on earth.
Oh, Pluto's got to be my best man. Oh,
Anthony writes in and says,
Chinese labor to make Mulan.
someone,
Say that.
We'll put our lower level employees back to work, but no one else in the office until January.
do you think they're going to hire any of the 28,000 people that they just laid off?
No.
Suck a dick. Anthony writes in and says,
Six Flags, fucker.
so in Utah, it's not a bong, it's a tobacco bubbler pipe. Thanks for reading my emails. Makes me feel better knowing someone is listening. We're not listening, we're reading. I was wondering if...
Tell him, Marty.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was wondering if you have all talked about doing one more episode a week. I don't
What?
know. He wants us to do more.
In serio?
Yeah. I know you all have a life and are busy, buzz off our life. Anthony, that is such a wonderful
Thanks,
compliment.
Anthony.
It's not going to happen, but I love that you want that, and it makes me
Anthony, if
excited.
you're looking for more, why don't you check out Trashy Podcast? We drop on Mondays. It's only an hour, so it's not, two whole
And
hours.
you could watch the game show on Thursday nights on YouTube. And
So-
and then you have
One
what?
Bottom of the fifth, batters are Dodgers.
Oh yeah.
Steve,
got secrets
I
up
think
in
Steve
the
has something to say. Steve? Steve? All right. I saw Steve in the flesh on Friday. Steve, what was that like?
That's because they all had COVID.
Yeah, Steve, what was it like hanging out with me on Friday?
Boy, you do a lot of correcting.
No, that's
I
not true.
forgot about that.
I do some correcting.
I know. Oh, your poor wife.
No, I apologized for correcting you, but you were wrong. No, I did. I did.
I'm often wrong, but yeah, you are like
No,
a conversational irritable bowel syndrome. No, the opposite.
No, Steve, I literally said
they're wrong.
I literally apologized and said I don't want to be that person, but it was just like one little thing, and you were totally agreeable in the moment. I didn't know that you were going to harbor it until and just release it here. You could have
Listen
said
to
something
me,
in the moment.
John. I harbor feelings for weeks, months, years, decades. In
You gotta let
fourth
it out.
grade,
You
Louis
don't-
Russo shot me
gotta
a
let it
look when I was wearing my Larry Bird sweats
That
that
shit'll
I got
fucking
for my
fuck you up.
birthday. And I never forget it. I still send him a message on Facebook. I say, "Fuck you, Louis Russo." He died 4 years ago, but to his betrothed wife.
Well, my father used to say, he said, John, if you have a pain in your hat, this is what you do. You take it and you swallow it down and you push it down and then you drink. And he said, that's what that'll, and I said, okay, Dad, thanks.
Okay.
And that's why you quit drinking.
That's,
And then he blew up.
no, later, yeah, and then he blew up.
Awful! I can't believe your dad blew up.
No,
oh my
terrible.
god,
He blew
it's
up?
awful.
Yeah, terrible.
That's how we found out on this podcast. He
I love.
No, I knew before.
like, "Hey, Dad, why don't you pick up? It's your mother. I got to tell you something, John. Your father blew up 38 years ago." Oh, nuts!
Nuts.
Yo,
Has he been getting my cards on Carl Yastrzemski's birthday? I'm sorry, John.
Oh,
No, your
terrible.
dad passed away. My grandmother killed herself. What are we going to do? Jumped off a building. She went splat.
Oi.
Well, you can fault.
Well,
And the show has ground to a halt.
yeah, no. If letting you shit on me for asking about
What?
it was like to hang out with me, Steve.
No.
It
It was delightful
if
to
that's
see other
if
people.
if we got from there to your grandmother splatting on the sidewalk, then I'm all for
Well,
it.
don't forget she hit some air conditioners on the way down.
Okay, Chris Miller.
Yeah, Marty, it's not all about you. There was some air conditioners involved.
And who pays for the air conditioner?
Yeah, it was August. Oh, like all those poor tenants out there just baking in the heat. Chris Miller was just saying good evening, Merps. Chris Miller chiming in from semi-sunny San Diego. Quick catch-up. Diagnosed officially with PTSD. Sorry to hear that.
Ooh.
That's really intense.
From what, listening to the show?
Just actually you.
Yikes, John.
Just you, John. I'm on vacation. Fuck Trump and wear a mask. And
Oh, yeah.
so yes,
At the same time?
I agree with all those things.
I would.
And
Then he won't know who's fucking him. Oh!
I hope
He's got COVID.
I hope you're taking
like
care of
that
yourself,
way.
Chris. Like we love you, and also he did mention Peter WG's engagement Like we're all super excited. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's so punching down, but feels so good each time we land one.
Oh,
It just
you know
feels
why?
right.
Because we know that Peter is going to take it because he's won. He's won. He's
You,
found.
you know what? You've never seen Mickey Mouse cry. Never saw him
He's
shed a
found
tear.
the woman
He's
of
strong.
his dreams. He's found his life mate.
He's found his Minnie.
I know that Disney adults say that shit, and it makes me want to
Wait,
vomit.
what's a Disney adult?
No. It's,
All right.
is it a
The
specific
white man
kind
told
of...
me I can't talk.
Oh, go ahead. No, I'm sorry. No, tell us all about your
What?
Oh boy, you smell toast burning, John? Are you okay?
Is this toast?
Sir, I told you if you can't finish sentences, I'm not going to let you stay up this late.
John, are you drinking all your Ensure? Because we did crack up some medicine into it, so you would
All
take
right.
it because you're
So-
very difficult.
We're gonna go. We're about to start Buzzsaw 2. This again? Miami Nights, episode 8.
Ta-da.
And I do also want to urge the MERPs who are listening and any listeners, like if you have a media recommendation, we're going to come out of this and try to come up with fun things to listen to. Nothing too horrible. No children being killed like in the first Utopia. Yeah, remember that?
Music instead of movies, because movies
It can
are
be
stupid.
anything. It can be anything. Just come up with something good, and we're going to listen to Utopia. Steve, you worked late into last night.
What? Utopia?
No, I'm sorry.
Marty?
Buzzsaw 2.
Sir?
How late were you up last night?
Oh, almost till 11:30.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god!
You know, just a bitch. That's
It was my fault, but also, like, I could blame Marty because he didn't send the script until I was already out of town.
Yeah.
But, like, there was a couple days where I wasn't out of town that he could have sent it if he would have sent it earlier. But I will go ahead and take the blame for this.
It was fine. It was fun. I think the pressure was
big of you, Cassandra, to not call me out in front of everybody because I sent it on Sunday afternoon.
No.
Yeah. It's a good safe place because nobody's listening.
All right, here we go.
I'm sorry, what, John?
Episode 8, Buzzsaw 2.
Hello?
This again, Miami Nights. Oh, wait, let's preface this. Where are we in this?
Well, John Carmichael just,
John Carmichael?
John Michael Carmichael
Carmichael
Junior?
Yeah.
banged other Becky in
What?
a grave.
Made love. They made love.
Took her virginity in a grave. And
Alleged virginity.
okay.
Alleged grave.
Professor Linearity and Becky have been in a grave site digging up where they found the first monkey paw, hopefully to find something to stop the monkey paw.
All right. And here.
What happened to Tink?
She died.
She died in primate Antichrist birth.
Yeah, but,
Oh,
but
yeah.
in this beautiful, like, honorable sacrifice. It was.
Sure.
Yeah, she
I
saved other Becky's life.
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right, turn up your mics.
In
I
the
don't know how.
misty recesses of an abandoned graveyard, Becky, the co-ed, and Professor Linearity are standing deep in an open grave, flinging out shovelfuls of earth.
Explain this to me like I'm a 5-year-old. What are we digging for again?
How can I make it any clearer? When they buried the cursed golden monkey paw, I'm almost positive they also buried the only thing that can stop the cursed golden monkey paw. In the same grave!
Couple things. First, I thought the Claw was defeated when that guy from Boston threw Buzz into the lake.
He'll be back.
Second, why didn't you just grab the anti-evil paw thing when you dug up the golden monkey paw in the first place?
Didn't you watch the first movie? Just watch the first movie!
What first movie?
Shut your Gen Z pie hole and dig, you drain on society!
Okay, fine.
Ow! Oh, God! Ow! Are you fucking kidding me? You dug your shovel into my foot! Oh, fuck! Oh, you cut off my big toe!
It's the full moon! It fucks up my sleep and everything. Ooh, I think I found the golden monkey paw coffin.
And you slammed on my toe?
What is that?
Becky reaches into the coffin and holds up a gnarled blue monkey paw in the pale moonlight.
Is this it?
I thought you said you found the monkey paw grave.
The gravestone said, quote, "Here lies the something something monkey paw."
What?
Lenny turns to the gravestone, which is obscured by overgrown vines. She rips them aside.
You moron! It says, "Here lies the indigo monkey paw." That's like the third time tonight. First it was the bronze monkey foot, then it was the chartreuse monkey tail.
What is this place exactly?
Lightning strikes, illuminating the decrepit graveyard sign. It says, "Unnaturally Colored Monkey Parts Cemetery."
Oh, come on!
You come on, back to digging.
Back at Sawmill Lake, John Michael Carmichael Jr. reclines against a mound of fresh earth. He takes a long drag on a Newport menthol. Other Becky digs a pathetic-looking grave for the two decapitated bodies of the black and Asian students who were denied entry into this predominantly white nightmare. Noma? Still really white. Noma! Just saying a person of color's name doesn't make you not racist. Fuck.
I think I'm getting a blister digging these graves. And I still have to type my thesis tonight.
I fucking popped your cherry. Not to mention I saved your ass from Buzz and that monkey's paw. And this is the thanks I get?
Oh, he'll be back.
What's he gonna do? Swim back to shore and rip out my heart with his fucking monkey claw in an act of demonic retribution?
Ah!
What?
Nothing. It just seemed like the right thing to say at the time.
You cruises with your making sounds with your mouths. I got something for your mouth.
Oh.
A dirt-stained Buzz steps into frame. Silhouetted by the moonlight, he raises the golden monkey paw, which is attached where his left hand used to be.
Meant to time my entrance with the lightning. Stupid mug. But now I have returned to exact my revenge.
Oh, this guy.
You destroyed my family, ruined my life, and sent me into the hell that is the golden monkey paw.
That was your choice. We used to be like brothers. You, the unbelievably handsome, yet oddly unmemorable one, and me, the 5-foot-tall, 220-pound loaf of pure muscle. Both of us bound by a mutual love of keys.
How do you two know each other?
First movie.
I don't know what that means.
You think you're the boss of me?
Buzz swings his monkey claw at John Carmichael, who instinctively reaches out and protects himself with the headless body of the Asian student. Buzz rips out the student's left lung, leaving a huge hole. John Carmichael peers through the gaping wound.
All right, we got some representation here. Asian dude got some screen time.
It was Marty Yu's biggest role to date.
You wanna fucking dance, Buzz? Let's fucking dance.
John Carmichael flings the Asian student's lifeless body at Buzz.
Oh my god, I really believed he was dead. That's amazing.
Buzz raises his arms up to shield himself. John Carmichael uses the distraction to grab Buzz's gnarled monkey arm. He yanks, pulling Buzz off balance.
Hey!
With minimal effort, John Carmichael hefts Buzz onto his shoulders and spins him around in a fireman's carry.
Seriously, please don't put me back in the lake. Do you know how fucking hard it is to swim straight with a monkey paw and a human hand?
With a heave, John Carmichael throws Buzz an inhuman distance, 40 yards into the deepest part of the lake.
Asshole!
Come on, Other Becky.
John Carmichael roughly grabs Other Becky's arm as he drags her back toward the cabin.
Why did you throw him into the lake when you know he can swim?
Ah, shit, he's my key bro. We got a code.
John Carmichael's eyes flare up in rage. He grabs Other Becky roughly by the shoulders.
It's got nothing to do with the franchise. It's a universal code that every key bro knows. Now, let's get back to the cabin.
She latches onto his arm seductively.
Yeah, let's finish what you already started.
He races toward the cabin with Becky in tow. Other Becky's feet drag along the ground.
Are you fucking kidding me? Run like a normal person.
My slippers are a half size too big, but they only come in Paul sizes.
Damn it!
John Carmichael drags Other Becky to the cabin's front porch. They burst into the living room. There, backlit by the fading, flickering firelight, is Buzz. He's dripping with swampy lake water, laughing maniacally.
Turns out I figured out the swimming thing pretty quick.
With whip-like speed, Buzz's human hand reaches out and grabs John Carmichael by the throat, holding his body a full foot off the ground.
What's the matter, John Carmichael? I'm not killing off any characters. What rules of improv am I breaking now? Yes, and I think it's time for me to spawn my primate antichrist.
Oh, to me!
Buzz raises his other arm, the monkey paw one. The skeletal fingers tremble as a greasy yellow ball of diaper taffy forms in the palm.
Can we do it the regular way?
Buzz flicks his wrist, and the ball of demon sperm launches at Other Becky. It ricochets clumsily off her forehead.
Ow! Hey, I'm totally DTF now, because I'm like experienced now.
Buzz gives a non-committal shrug and flings another glob of simian spooge. It misses completely and splats against the cabin wall.
I'm serious. I'm totes down for Bone Town. No need to waste precious baby batter.
She sits down on the floor and spreads her legs. Blops of jizz land vaguely near and around her crotch. She's covered in fetid sperm.
Oh, come to mama.
Really? I mean...
Just then, the door bursts open, and in limps Professor Linny Arity. She holds a dirt-encrusted wooden box under her splinted arm. Becky steps in behind her.
Oh, thank God.
This ends now.
A stray globule of curdled nut butter hits Becky square in the face.
Ooh, this again?
Lenny?
That's Professor Linny Arity to you, Buzz.
This place smells like ass sweat and Clorox. Are you even hydrating?
And I finally found what can stop you.
Technically, I found it, 'cause I did like most of the digging.
This ends now.
Linny holds up the box. It crackles with energy.
Unless it doesn't. 'Cause, you know, franchise.
Shut up, Becky. You're out of your element.
Linny opens the box, and a white light envelops the room. Envelops the room. Rum, 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 rum.
What?
Saw 2 brought to you by the Podcast.
Wow.
Linearity was played by Cassandra Cardenas. John Michael Carmichael Jr. was played by John Sylvain. Kruger.
I do not like the term baby batter.
No.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. But like,
I laughed when I read it, and then when I heard it, I was like, "Ugh."
it's gross. It's gross. It was really hard to listen to that because I was like, all right, is this?
But you wrote it.
I know, because it was like, that's where we were in the
We weren't there. We weren't to other Becky getting covered in cum.
Spooge. Yeah.
Spooge.
Yeah, but it was like, it's kind of like you escalate. This was the
Sure.
the third scene of The Herald, you know.
We're trying to end it, Marty.
No. Now we get to the finale.
We're just getting to our first group game.
Cathedral.
Everybody get in here.
Yeah.
That's not really
super fun. Yeah, that was very inside baseball. I like writing these things is terrifying to me because I want to make you guys laugh and you guys are totally.
Well, I laughed.
Yeah, but you guys, you added
Okay,
so much-
John.
You added a bunch too.
Cool, dude.
I laughed.
I laughed.
laughed as it wore the skin of my But it's really fun to do, and we should keep doing this. What I listen to as a result of doing this, there is a show, a podcast called Mockery Manor. That's MOCKERYMONOR, and it's like a two-person crew. It's one writer and one musician, and they put this show together with a bunch of actors. Delightful. They put slightly more work than we did into their endeavor, but it's a really cool.
Rude.
No, it's just slightly. But it just made me think like we should do something really cool with this. Like I think we have the writing capacity and we have the post-production talents in Kruger, and yeah, I mean it's super fun, and it's like it's fun to listen to. I love listening to this. I love listening to Mockery Manor. If you've listened to other dramatized like whatever podcast, let us know and we'll pimp it out here. And if you like what you hear, we'll do more.
Yep.
Or not.
Or not. We'll stop.
I don't want to speak.
So episode 9 is what's next, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So who's writing
And that's-
episode 9?
Kruger.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your turn. You can write in like 5 minutes, right?
Jesus Christ.
No, I just shut this out in 5 minutes, whatever. And it's like beautifully, like, you know.
No.
No.
Here's the thing, guys. You don't have to be gross, but you can be gross. And what I tell all my students is start a scene late
Yeah.
and end a scene early.
Yeah. Work.
Are you sitting there too long?
No. You as you tell your students, work the shaft, stroke the balls.
Yes.
Eesh.
No, I am enjoying them all. They're, it's 11 minutes that we don't talk, which is always great.
Oh, yeah.
I think at some point, it's funny. I listened to the SoundCloud where they all live, and we've evolved. Especially some of the character choices in the first one are just, oh, that was gone. All right, cool.
I usually listen to all of them before I write my chapters. So
Oh, that's a mistake.
Yeah. No, I do
it's
too.
fun. It's fun because I need to know what's already happened.
Yeah, and I take notes, and I'm like, oh wait, oh why, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Tink is Linearity's daughter.
And yeah, we shouldn't forget that.
Was.
Was.
Well, she died.
She was,
She was.
yeah, but she
And
was.
we still, there's still like the floating, Rizzoli and Isles Squishmalts, Tink's parents.
Yeah.
And there was a promise from 3 episodes back from Linearity. She said, Now
About to
things
get
are gonna
interesting?
get interesting. Yeah, so that hasn't happened yet either.
Wait, who wrote
So
that?
no pressure,
who wrote that?
Kruger, but it needs to start being interesting now. I wrote that.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah.
That's called a pimp out. In improv
Yeah,
terms.
just like the box opens and a shining, whatever, blinding light comes out.
Yeah.
Like this is the what was it called? Not the movie, the movie that Pulp Fiction was based on.
Star Wars?
No, Gen X did
no.
Gen X did a song about it.
Casablanca?
No, oh shit. Okay, but like in the end of Pulp Fiction, there's the
Kiss Me Deadly.
Kiss Me Deadly, kiss me once, kiss me twice, kiss me deadly.
Kiss me once, kiss me twice. Come on, baby, is no one gonna cut me off?
No, I want.
No.
You gotta get to the
Keep
Kiss Me
going.
Deadly, but like Kiss Me
With
Deadly
the breath.
was like this pulp movie, like that was took place in Malibu, I think.
Film noir.
Yeah, film noir, and with Ralph.
Which is a Western, but in black and white.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
It's a Western with Ralph.
A Western that takes
Meeker.
place in the West, though?
Yeah, exactly.
Can I do that?
Malibu.
I thought all Westerns had to take place in space.
And Cloris Leachman was in it. You might know her from what?
Being Cloris Leachman.
No. What was the
Nice.
the Bryan Cranston?
Who looks at a baby and says, Chloris?
I know.
It's like, what was fucking Robitussin taken?
And Bertha.
Yeah,
And Martha.
Chloris.
I mean, she was born in 1926.
My aunt's name was Gertrude.
Ugh.
Can you
But Chloris
imagine?
doesn't even sound like a person's
Gertie?
name. It sounds like a medicine.
It's like a
Lavoris? Was that a medicine or a
Lavoris.
person's name?
No, it was both.
I think it was mouthwash.
I think it was mouthwash.
and
Lavoris.
really medicinal mouthwash. Did you guys watch Malcolm in the Middle at all?
Yeah.
you're not the boss of me now.
Yeah.
You're not the boss of me now.
Cloris Leachman was so fucking hilarious in that show.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
She was amazing in that show, as was Bryan Cranston. But Kiss Me.
Didn't something happen with Frankie Muniz's brain?
Yeah, he has what I have. Like he has bad short-term memory. So
Oh, he has what you have?
Yeah, did you guys ever?
When he says that he forgets filming like half of Malcolm in the Middle, that's what you have?
Oh, did you guys ever watch Malcolm in the Middle with Cloris Leachman?
Good save. Good save, Marty. Ew.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I did a lot of performing early this morning, and I'm still in performance mode. You guys write
Wow,
like
incredible.
multiple characters for me, and I gotta like edit and perform. It's a lot.
Cassandra, have you had any auditions from home these days?
I sure have, Marty.
And how's that been going?
Not booking a goddamn thing. Turns out I'm better in person.
Yeah. It's hard because
And I'm sure listeners of this podcast are probably thinking when they go back to 2019 and go, something happened with her.
right.
Something happened with her between there and here.
Yeah, because there's
I'm
the thing
better in
of, like,
person.
If you go on tape, there's not a person running the camera being like, maybe you want to do it without the crazy Cuban accent, and like whatever it is, it's just
Sure.
like it's like, oh, okay,
And there's not a person behind the camera being like, so they actually prefer if you'd stay on book.
right, and your dick is hanging out of your pants, and
Did you wash your hair before this audition? No, because I'm doing it in my own house. Fuck
right.
you.
Yeah, you're not the
Every
boss of me.
fucking
This
character I play now,
I'm being
I
real.
can justify having a ponytail.
I'm being real. So yeah, it's weird. It's
Yeah,
very
it sucks. Have you had auditions?
weird. Just one, and I pooched it, I think. But
What's pooch mean?
I sucked.
You pooped it?
I pooped it.
You poopy? Poopy audition?
As soon as I sent it, my wife said, "I think you should probably try to like just be
Act.
and be normal." Yeah, and
You
she
did
said,
a poopy
she said
job?
I overacted. Yeah,
Oh.
Oh.
yeah. But that's fine.
You?
Yeah, well,
Overacted?
because that's.
I mean, I was just listening to other bands. I'm just
I'm doing the best I can.
your other Becky is so over the top that I don't understand a word she's saying.
I think it's really grounded.
It's totally grounded in not being.
It does.
Oh, by the way, while we were talking, Steve just finished the next script. So check your email boxes.
You want to just record it now while we're here?
Sure.
Yeah, please.
What the fuck, man? Fuck!
Also, John, and other writers, John Michael Carmichael Jr. is not based on you just because he has the same name.
So we shouldn't make him super strong. And
I mean, if that's a choice you want to make, it's fine.
But you're not 5 feet. You're like 5'2", and what? I'm just saying that like there's a difference.
He's
I know
5'2"
where
with
you
a tuft of
fucking
hair.
live, and I'm gonna come over there and lick your fucking doorknobs.
Ooh, strong words from someone from Seabrook.
Not from
if you're
fucking
5'2", the ring will pick you up, so you could definitely lick the doorknobs.
That's right.
So
I'm gonna come over there and lick your fucking doorknobs.
I just pimped.
I'm gonna ring your bell.
I just pimped out whatever. What did I pimp out? The something.
Who knows,
there.
Marty? Who knows? We were paying
Who's
attention.
keeping track?
Yeah, the that podcast, Something Manor. Do you guys have any media that you want to?
I just want to say that my father used to use the term kitty corner whenever we were moving anything that was large. He said, "Do it kitty corner," and I realized that what he meant was do it some way. Kitty corner didn't have any actually meaning to him. It was just like do it differently, and I think that's what pimp is to you. You just use that word all the time. I'm just gonna pimp this and pimp that, and it's just all. You just use that word for too many things, too many definitions.
Mockery Manor is this podcast where they.
My grandma does that with which she just said everything's ticky ticky. Everything's ticky ticky.
Yeah.
Ticky.
And, in Mockery Manor, they pimp out this.
The grandma that I couldn't hug while Trump was doing his.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful thing.
She was all tiki.
So I want to revisit that because I saw Bill Barr hugging what's her name, Kellyanne Conway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Contrast that with you and your grandmother. Like you're being responsible. It's your fucking grandmother, and those two people are not even really human, right? And they can hug each other.
Yeah. So, anyways, she says tiki tiki. It's very charming and a cute thing that I'll miss about her.
Oh God, Cassandra!
Thank God I got to hug her last year.
Oh shit!
I didn't get to hug my grandmother because she killed herself.
Oh, tight.
Oh, she went splat.
Oh,
She went smush.
I can't believe you brought that up again.
Oh, wait.
She went flat.
The shoe fits, buddy.
My father's heart went stop.
God.
Oh, okay.
It's all about
let's not
that.
do this.
How many live members do we have now?
No, let's not do this. But Steve, it was weird because like at some point on Friday night, like I barely brushed like your sleeve, and it freaked me out. It freaked me out. It was weird.
Marty, I just got my test back. I do not have COVID.
But no, but you
shitty?
freaked me out. Just like being,
Oh, because I'm clammy?
yeah.
I'm like a bivalve, like a mollusk.
I got the clams from Krug's.
Are we gonna be like Victorian era England when we get out of this thing, where when we brush up against someone's pinky, we come?
What?
Lieutenant's women.
Just oink.
Yeah. He saw my ankle, and then he breathed on me.
Okay,
I was like,
I just need, as we wrap things up, I just need a media recommendation or a suggestion that we all watch together, including the people who are listening, all one of them. So, anything?
How about we listen to that mildly Manor
This is
podcast?
Mockery Manor. It's it's 10 episodes, 11 episodes. No, it's short. They're all short. They're all like 20 minutes. They're all 20 minutes. It's really fun. It's very.
I think Cassandra says no.
It's very English.
No, it's fine. Do it.
Wow. Wow. Would you like some cheese with that wine?
Now you know.
I can't believe I said that. It was so sharp.
John, you're a little sparkler.
No,
Can we watch a scary movie?
This
It's
is the
Halloween. It's
inspiration
October.
of my other Becky. Keep talking, Cassandra. I'm still building. Okay,
I watched
Cassandra,
two episodes of Monsterland on Hulu, which is based on a bunch of short stories by this horror writer, and they're really good, really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
Halloween right now.
what?
It's Halloween.
Halloween.
Then
If we
Monsterland
watch
it is.
like something scary, that might be fun.
Monsterland it is.
All right. I don't like scary movies. So what is the scariest? Should I watch Hereditary? What is the scariest movie?
That shit's fucking scary.
No, you should
Can you
not
get
watch.
flicked
You
on me?
should not handle Hereditary. Just
You're not gonna like it if you don't like scary
I'm
movies.
watching it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Do it. It's really scary, that genre.
I'm gonna right afterwards, if I'm really scared, I'm gonna record something telling you guys to fuck off.
so.
That's one of the scariest movies that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's,
really?
But
yeah,
also,
Hereditary.
watch
I
it
can't
with
wait.
the sound really loud. The sound design is fantastic on that.
I think we should watch like a shitty one. Like I'm seeing right now, The Sandman, starring Haley Duff and Tobin Bell. That's probably really bad.
Yuck.
You know, or The Host. Looks like a lizard's coming out, crawling.
The host
The
is
Korean
actually.
one?
I think it. No, maybe not. I think it was one of those ones was.
Bong Joon-ho directed a movie called The Host, and it's great.
A little girl with formidable powers imagines into existence the Sandman, a terrible monster from her nightmares. Ah. Da, da,
All
da.
right, like just Monsterland and Mockery Manor.
Hereditary.
No,
Yeah, Monsterland's not scary. It's more intriguing, and
just want something
it's like
cool.
a Stephen King short
yeah,
story.
that's fine. Okay, Monsterland and Mockery Manor. Take your pick. Come back with what you watch. I'm pretty sure none of you are going to watch either of them, so or listen to them. So
When you say neither, there's three of us, so that implies.
no, that's why I
two
said.
people.
None, I amended myself as I spoke.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's
Neither of us. No one was.
Fair enough.
Neither of us were.
There's something crazy going on with the Dodger game right now, so
Oh
everyone's
my god,
fighting.
everybody check it out. Okay, forget it. Forget the recommendations. Everybody turn the Dodger game. It's fucking
Stop whining,
crazy.
God, you.
I'm just doing a character. All right, guys. Super fun. If you guys enjoy this, send us an email or send us a recording. That's noonerpodcast@gmail.com. You can just record something on your computer, send us an email, send us a recommendation, send us anything, and we will include it in the show. And in the meanwhile, we will see you next Tuesday.
Hi, everybody listening. I love
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio.
Tricks. Oh, metadata. That's what I need to do.
How do we get the metadata for this podcast to find out how many listens are?
I mean, the analytics? I have no idea. That's Buzzsaw.
Hey, and welcome to another podcast. It's the Nooner Podcast on the Smodco Internet Radio Network. I'm a host. My name is Marty. I'm here with Merps.
Hi, my name is Cassandra Cardenas.
Oh, shit.
Did you
Yeah?
forget to record again?
What the fuck?
Fucking A.
Are we live?
This is my father.
Oh, dear.
Oh, jeez Louise. I only have one more take in me.
Why isn't this working? Hold on.
Oh, my Lord. John Michael Carmichael Jr.
No one is ever going to remember when we were making fun of those director names.
That was good.
Keep talking.
Our running bit of Scorsese. That's going to go down for only 4 people to hear. And all the things we said about Peter W.G. Wow.
Oh, maybe we should call him this week as a group, Zoom or whatever this meet is.
Oh,
Google.
it
Meet.
is working. Sorry, I did this.
I've reposted the playlist. Hopefully, yeah. Ho ho! Hi everybody! I'm Peter W.G. Ho ho! Welcome to the Nooner Podcast. Ho ho! So
I
fun.
just proposed to my fiance. Woo!
Hey, all right. 3, 2, 1. All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Smodco Internet Radio Network's Nooner Podcast. I'm a host. My name is Marty. I'm here with Merps that are named Kruger, Sylvain, John Sylvain, and Cass Cardenas.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So, what's going on, Marty?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing, Marty?
It's 9:39 at night. What's
And
happening?
what are we doing, Marty?
Because I forgot to press the record. This has happened once before. And I apologize. It was a glorious episode. You guys were super funny.
It was the funniest episode ever.
Yes.
We
We were doing all just like joke.
I
know, and I think I was laughing so hard and peeing my pants that I forgot to press the record button. The biggest takeaway was that Peter W.G., longtime listener of the show, big supporter, and has been on the show multiple times. He just got engaged, which is yeah.
You're the one for me.
And other than that, the other biggest thing was that we did episode 8 of Buzzsaw 2, This Again, Miami Nights.
Oh my God! You know what? And we came up with all these new titles for new buzzsaws.
Really,
thank God I wrote them down.
I know. What were some of the ones that you wrote down?
I wrote down. Let's see. Hold on,
Because
please.
This is a franchise. This is a franchise. It's going to go on forever.
Buzzsaw 3. What now? LA streets. Buzzsaw 8. Get off my lawn. Nashville mid-morning. And Buzzsaw 12. Wait, what? Kentucky brunch.
Awesome.
I gave a girl a Kentucky brunch once.
Oh,
I got kicked out of 12th grade.
And we are going to listen to it right now. And here it is.
So this is all people are going to get when they're on the pod?
No, we'll come back and we'll give a little recommendation. Episode 8 of Buzzsaw.
We have to listen to this again.
No.
Oh, tight.
This is the magic
God.
of...
What?
Jesus Christ, you
She's
don't
not,
understand technology.
Marty, she's not that bright. Just
Okay, all right,
we'll
here we
cut
go.
this out, right?
All right.
I'm right. I just didn't think that anyone knew how to fucking edit a podcast on the show.
Apparently they don't know how to
speaking of
turn
editing
on
podcasts,
record.
listen to Trashy Podcast. They come out on Monday.
Female Steve Owens.
Do you record Trashy Trash?
The
Episode
Dodgers are fucking doing killer right now. Go.
Buzzsaw 2, This Again, Miami Nights. Enjoy. Oh my God, that was amazing.
so funny.
Yeah.
A rich tapestry. Wow.
And such great.
I'd like to repeat all the things I said the first time I heard it again, but I don't think I remember what they were.
It's a very.
Marty's hard to understand.
I am.
He's trying to talk too much like me.
I'm purposely hard to understand because I based my character on a real character, and that's what you get.
I don't know what
Not a
you're
caricature.
Oh, yeah. And on that note, we also talked about Uncle Roger. But I do want to recommend we're going to watch we're going to absorb 2 bits of media, one or the other, perhaps both. Mockery Manor, a composed podcast in 10 episodes plus one. And the other one is, what is it called, Stephen?
Monsterland on Hulu, directed by Martin Scorsese.
Directed by
Martin Scorsese?
Scorsese's.
See, these are all jokes that you would understand if the podcast would have been recorded.
We're like those 4 assholes at lunch in junior high who all have inside jokes that we laugh our asses off. And
Right?
I don't understand.
Right?
Oh my God!
If I was a fan of this show, I would be furious right now.
I mean, we are fucking
Luckily, we don't have any fans.
assholes.
That's fair.
Hopefully somebody was listening and recorded it. And
Shout out to Steve.
Yeah.
Steve Owens. Yep.
All right. But anyhow, please email us.
And who else emailed? Anthony emailed?
Anthony emailed.
And Chris emailed?
Chris did as well. Anthony emailed to say that he doesn't make bongs. He makes bubbly water pipes.
And he wants us to record twice a week.
And he wants us to record.
Yeah, we did.
We're fucking doing it.
And Chris Miller was saying that he was celebrating Peter WG's engagement and also said that he has PTSD. And oh my God, it's so embarrassing. This will never happen again.
What, our Peter WG impression, or do you not
it's just
hitting
me.
record?
Oh, I have a. What's Never Have I Ever? Is that a show?
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's a movie. No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right. Anyhow.
We used to absorb.
Guys, just realize this is take 2.
Yeah.
This was rehearsed for 2 hours.
I know. I mean, okay. All right.
2 hours of just like halfway doing this, halfway watching the Dodger game, drinking. I'm not ready anymore.
Hey guys, let's take 30 seconds and let's come back and try this for take 3, okay?
Are you okay?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Are we beginning or ending? Wait, hold on.
This is worse than Tenet, you motherfuckers.
By Christopher Nolan.
I think we're still on the stream. It's so funny.
Chuck Nolan.